Ooh, what is up, everybody? I am Ant, and I'm joined by my co-host.
Carlos Curry being cool.
That's right. And you are checking out the first episode. This is history in the making. The first ever episode of No Holds Barred, where we are covering everything WWE. We got you covered on what happened on Raw and SmackDown, as well as a little bit about NXT Heatwave. We will be giving you some trivia. Carlos is going to be answering trivia based on someone special today, which we'll be talking about later on the show. And
And I
then
also have some rumors for you guys that it's always with a grain of salt, everything until it actually happens on TV. But it's always like
cool corner with Carlos. That's what I'm going to call it. The cool corner with Carlos. He's going to give us, yes, his rumors, and that will be happening soon. And then we have our special draft. Carlos and I are going to be picking 15 wrestlers each, and we're going to be battling it out every night on Raw and SmackDown, getting votes. And we'll describe all of that later on to you. But first, welcome, Carlos. How do you feel this week? It's been a crazy week in WWE. A lot's been happening on Raw and SmackDown. How are you feeling?
It's been a crazy past couple months, man. But this week, yeah, it's been good. We saw a continuation from last week with the whole Dexter Lumis situation. From SmackDown, we saw like continuation of like the Karrion Kross, like his promo that he cut with Scarlett and everything. It's everything's looking good.
I have some like
Hit Row coming back. Also,
bro, I have some while we're talking about this. This is going to be a different type of series for all of you listeners. Like here, you're going to get to know Carlos and myself a little bit more personally, as well as our thoughts on wrestling. I thought it'd be a fun little thing to start the show. We've been getting some comments on our videos, and I thought I would share some of those comments with you. Carlos, here are some comments from our last episode of SmackDown. So we have someone saying Shinsuke all the way. We have John Lacko saying, love your videos. Who is your favorite SmackDown wrestler? Carlos, why don't you answer that? Who is your favorite SmackDown wrestler right now?
SmackDown wrestler, Roman Reigns.
All right. For me,
do you want one for the woman too or no?
You can, if you want, if you want to say for a woman, you can. Who's your favorite woman SmackDown wrestler right now?
Woman SmackDown wrestler. That's kind of hard though. I don't even know why I said. Say Scarlett right now.
Okay, Scarlett. For me, my favorite SmackDown wrestler is I like Drew McIntyre. I mean, he's kind of on both, but right now he's my favorite on SmackDown. Another comment from Mo C says Gunther deserves to be champ, so he is happy that Gunther.
I agree with that. He's making the Intercontinental Championship mean something, and I feel like it fits him perfectly for his Austrian, how do you say, heritage? I guess I don't know.
Who are we talking about? Drew McIntyre?
Gunther. He's Austrian.
I thought we were. I thought we were on Drew McIntyre.
Oh wait, is that what the comment said? He said that Drew deserves to be champ.
No. I'm the one that needs to go home. No, you're right. Gunther is from Austria.
I'm sure the comment said Gunther deserves to be champ. That's why I was going off that.
Yes, 100%. No, you're right. I need to sleep because, that's so those are. Obviously, I'm not here right now. Those are the comments from everyone that are popping up right now about everything that happened. So let's jump right into our unrestricted thoughts on the current state of WWE. So, Carlos, the women's division has been heating up with a lot of, new wrestlers coming in. We're seeing Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Nikita Lyons, Zoe Stark. We have new teams forming of Natalya and Sonya Deville. We're seeing, just a lot of talent. We're seeing Bayley come back, Becky Lynch leaving because she's injured. What do you think about the current state of the women's division? Do you think it's the best it's been? Could it be better? What are your thoughts on it?
It's a start because I feel like past couple months has been in a huge downfall, especially SmackDown's women's division. I think SmackDown needs some work. Yeah, I think that in my opinion, I feel like they're putting all the effort towards Raw with women's division and not really on SmackDown. Maybe that's just me. I don't know, but like, yeah, no, it's looking good so far. It's definitely a start.
I feel like SmackDown's SmackDown. Go ahead, my man. Sorry, go ahead.
We're not like at its full potential yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. It's a good start.
SmackDown is very I feel like we need...
Just think about it. Like Raw has like all these big names like Bayley, Dakota Kai, Io Sky.
Yeah.
Like I guess Sasha Banks and Naomi apparently like I guess I don't know. Who else? They had like Bianca, Alexa Bliss, and then what's the SmackDown?
That's a good point. Let me talk about them for a minute. Where do they fit into this? They being Sasha and Naomi. If they come back,
they're still considered. I mean, they never technically got released. They're just like not there, but like they're apparently back on the WWE.com like list of roster. They're in talks with Triple H. They just haven't like settled an agreement yet. Like they're discussing like new contract deals currently.
Do you think they're better off going to Raw or to SmackDown right now?
SmackDown needs them. SmackDown 100% needs them. Yeah, SmackDown.
Go ahead.
Because SmackDown only they have Raquel, they have Shotzi. Who else do they have?
Liv.
Natalia's boring as fuck, so I don't really count her.
Sonya Deville.
There's like I feel like SmackDown. I don't know. I feel like they're lacking with like talent, and I feel like Sasha and Naomi could like be a good way to bring SmackDown back to the level like where it was in 2020 and 2021.
Do you think that they should come back as a team, or do you think they need to go their own way and do something single? Because there's a lot of teams right now.
Okay.
Aaliyah and Raquel.
Yeah. So this story can like be perfect. So like they left because like they didn't get like exactly the treatment that they felt, right? So I feel like it would only make sense if Michael Cole and Corey Graves put a public apology stating like, because they're the ones who like they exactly said what they said. They said what they said, you know, it happened. A public apology. They come back and then they just attack the winners of the tournament or maybe in like the final match before the match even starts, they just attack them and then I guess I want to see how it works though, because like let's say Nikita and Zoe Stark win and they're on SmackDown though, right?
Yep.
And then Dakota Kai and Io Sky win and they're on Raw. Where's the match going to happen on for the tag titles, on SmackDown or on Raw? Are they going to wait for the pay-per-view for that match? So it depends like who's going to be in the final too.
Here's my thought. So right now we have 2 more weeks till the show, right? So we have I think the semifinals are going to be for Raw. We're going to find out if it's either going to be representing Raw, either Alexa Bliss and Asuka or Io Sky and Dakota Kai. For SmackDown, they have 2 more matches to go. So they have the Nikita and Zoe versus Natalya and Sonya. And then whoever wins that match, that team has to then fight Raquel and Aaliyah. And the winner of that match then will fight Dakota. Or I'm sorry, I'm already guessing who's going to win.
Like we were on the Sasha Banks and Naomi thing though. We're not really. I mean, we're on that, but like, so yeah. I just feel like they deserve a public apology because like I would feel like I would think it would only be like best like they come back as a team because like I want them to like build off like everything that happened like since they left. You know, like, I don't want to just like forget about what happened. Like just move on. Like I feel like they deserve some type of like.
Can I give you an opinion that I think might not be the best opinion? I think they need to come back as heels. They need to come back.
Okay. Yeah, I get. I can see that. I can see that.
Like, fuck y'all, you forgot about us. This show is nothing without us.
I was always on their side with this whole situation. I never really I understood where they were coming from, but I feel like they do deserve an apology, especially for Michael Cole and Corey Graves. What they talking about?
Well,
they were unprofessional.
Here's the thing: it would be cool if they did that. If they had Sasha, or even not even Sasha, because Sasha can do that. They had Naomi come up to Corey and say, "You owe me an apology." the fans would hate. They would go back and forth. There would be fans like you and me who would agree and say, "Yeah, you do," and then you have fans who would say, "No, you don't." But you always will get someone to say, "Oh, well, that's very confident of her to get up and say that and demand something like that." So I think
it's just I just the only thing is that I just don't want them to come back and like forget about everything that happened. I want them like to build off, like make this like into a story, like the whole like them leaving and stuff. I don't want them to like brush it off the bridge, like, oh yeah, they're back now, and like no, I want them like to like build off this, like, oh yeah, we left because of this, that. Like, I want them to actually talk about the whole situation too. I would really, I would love that. Like if they come back, like they cut a promo, like everything, like their side of the story, like the whole thing, like them talking about it. I feel like Triple H is like it will like let them do that too, since like the whole promo that Drew and KO cut this week. Like I would see them come back and like actually talk about like that would be like some juicy stuff, you know, like hearing backstage like exactly what happened. Let's say that they're in the ring, then they 1 week they're on Raw, 1 week they're on SmackDown. They're on both shows, so like they can both like shoot a shot at Corey Graves and Michael Cole. Like let's say like they're in the ring, then they look at Michael Cole, like, oh, you said we're unprofessional, or like you said this and you said that. You know, that could be another way too.
There's a lot that
they slap the shit out of both of them. That would be funny.
There's a lot that they could do to bring them back. But yeah, the women's division is just heating up. My second question for you is, what do you think is the best storyline going on right now in WWE?
Like in all of WWE, like the whole. I want to say Roman and Drew, but like I feel like the Seth and Riddle thing's like just heating up too. So I'm gonna say like those two are like my favorites. Like I'm gonna say Seth and Riddle's my favorite of all right now.
Those two are gonna tear it down at Clash at the Castle.
Even though there hasn't really been a story like officially yet. The only story is Seth Rollins like curved someone steel steps. They never had their match on SummerSlam. That now they're like they're refreshing things now. But yeah, I like the whole Seth Rollins and Riddle situation.
It is good. It's been going on for a bit, for a couple of months, in the sense of that, you know, just the shit talking behind the scenes. But for me, I like the whole Io Bailey and Dakota Kai coming back, sort of just making people talk. I also like, I don't mean to skip out on this one, just the whole backstage segment storyline. I'm wondering what's going on with that.
The car crash, like the hand that they had. Who do you think? Who do you guys think that the hand was?
It was Mae Young's child.
Mae Young's. Oh my god!
You didn't remember when she gave birth to it?
I wasn't watching at that time, but I've seen like pictures of that.
Yeah, it was a child. Okay, so cool. What show do you think is giving it the most right now, Raw or SmackDown?
Raw, for sure. Raw. SmackDown needs some little bit of work, but Raw is definitely like the A show right now.
A show,
especially it being 3 hours.
Well,
like it feels so. I mean, I haven't watched Raw like live, like a full Raw, like in a while because I've been like so tired lately. Yeah. But like I know, like I've been hearing like people have been getting easier to like watch a full 3 hour episode of Monday Night Raw.
It has been. I'm not someone who normally does watch the full.
But I would prefer for like go like 9 to 11 like it used to be, or 8 to 10 at least. But just like USA likes having those 3 hours of Monday Night Raw apparently, because like they probably just don't know what to put on like at 8 o'clock, like what to put on for like the extra hour. Like that it could be a good hour like to like just put like an episode of maybe like a WWE show or something, like something random. I think that they cut out they stopped the cruiserweight division, right? They stopped the 205 live thing.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's now. Oh God, I forgot the name of it, but it's something different. It's some sort of like extra level up is what it's called.
Oh, okay. But yeah, no, I don't know about like I just hear like it's getting easier to watch 3 hours of Raw. That's it.
Well, speaking about Raw, we're gonna go over quickly some of the moments that we can't stop thinking about from Raw this past week, which was August 15th. The first moment that I want to talk about that we actually discussed in our recap was Dominic Mysterio not showing up for Rey. Again, you and I spent some time talking about Dominic, if this is, why he should or shouldn't. But to me, this is a big deal because this is going to make or break Dominic I think, as a wrestler. If he does come out as a heel, it will be great because then, like, it'll be like a Roman Reigns situation. Remember how everybody hated Roman and then he becomes heel and everyone's like, yeah, this is what we want. Fans want Dominic to be bad. They don't, like you said about Raquel Rodriguez, you don't want to see the smiling person always out there smiling and so happy to be a part. So I think,
I mean, if that character fits for some people,
yeah,
like let's say like a Riddle, it fits for a Riddle, it fits for like some people, but like I don't know, Raquel, like I see what's her full potential is. Like we've seen what her full potential is, and this is not it. It's not. I mean,
but I do think this is going to lead to some kind of situation with Dominic having to make a decision. Is he going to join Judgment Day or is he going to side with his dad? And I feel like I'm excited for that.
So now this whole like Dominic situation, like it's kind of coming to my head now. So I'm thinking, if Dominic, so let's say, okay, so let's rewind for a little bit. So he debuted in 2020 SummerSlam, right?
Yeah.
Like his first match. So I've been hearing like he doesn't want to wrestle long term. Like I've been hearing like different things that he doesn't want to wrestle forever, or he does like once Ray retires, he's gonna leave too, or like so. I'm thinking about it like this: if Dominic wants to continue to wrestle after, because Ray's not gonna be around for much longer, I think he wants to retire soon. But so like let's say if Dominic does want to continue wrestling after Ray retires, this would be a good thing for him because he can learn from Damian Priest, he can learn from Balor, he can learn from Rhea, even Rhea he can learn from. But like if he doesn't want to continue wrestling after Ray retires, like if he's gonna leave, if he's not gonna be there anymore after Ray leaves, then that it doesn't really make sense to turn him heel. But like this could be like a whole learning thing for him. And I have seen that Dominic has like gotten bulker, like bigger, like and because he's been stuck for a while, like in the same like shape, like freaking like a boy, like looking like a boy. Like he doesn't even look like he has any muscle or anything. But like lately he's been looking like he's been getting bigger.
Well,
I hear he hasn't been like getting anything because like Ray doesn't want him to get on steroids or anything. But I'm hearing I've noticed him and he looks like he's gotten like more bulkier. I guess.
Well, we will find out what's going on with Dominic. Another topic I want to talk about quick from this past week was the promo with Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens. You said that this sort of inspired you to kind of feel more into Drew McIntyre. This was a great promo. I wish that, you guys could hear it, but check it out on August 15th. Drew McIntyre is very passionate. Kevin Owens is passionate too. The match they had was a great 5-star match. Definitely check that out. But both of those guys are looking good. And it seems like Triple H is going to want to push more of those type of guys. Also, we saw Seth Rollins and Riddle finally clash again after Rollins took out Riddle before SummerSlam. We know that the two of them are going to fight at Clash at the Castle.
And at SummerSlam. At SummerSlam too.
Yep. So, yes, that's right. I forgot he did show up at SummerSlam and he did take him out. So, Rollins and Riddle are going to go at it. That was a heated thing to see. We had the United States champion Bobby Lashley defeat AJ Styles, of course, with some weird interference there from the Miz and Ciampa. And of course, we saw Dexter Lumis get involved. We talked about this too. There's going to have to be some explanation. He normally doesn't talk. How are we going to explain what's happening?
That's what I said.
What was that?
That's what I said.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna have to find out. And then we ended the show with Theory and we also forgot to talk about the fact that Alexa Bliss and Asuka are moving on to the women's tournament. So that was a big thing that happened as well. And the final thing that happened on Raw, Ziggler taking on Theory. It was a good match, definitely a classic Raw match that eventually you'll want to go back and check out. Theory gets the win. Theory is on a roll. But I want to go over quickly what's going to happen next week on Raw, which is going to be coming to you on Monday, August 22nd. We're going to end live, by the way, in Toronto, Canada. I wonder if Trish Stratus can make an appearance. That's her hometown. Anyways,
the only thing that I know that's on my schedule for next week is the Edge versus Damian Priest thing.
Yep, but then also I don't know if it's breaking news, but we did find out that next week we will see the semifinals match for the women's tag titles. Alexa Bliss and Asuka taking on Dakota Kai and Io Sky. Carlos, what are your two quick predictions? Who do you think is going to win, Edge or Priest first?
I feel like it should be Edge, as his hometown, but like I feel like Priest might get the better of him.
Okay, I'm going to go with Edge, but I do think Priest, something's going to happen maybe after. Something's going to happen.
He did say that Rhea and Finn aren't going to be at ringside.
Well, you always know with WWE, they could find a way out there. What about the semifinals? Do you think it's going to be Dakota Kai and Io Sky or Bliss and Asuka? This is a hard one. I don't know which one. I'll tell you who I think after you tell me yours.
So it's kind of tricky because like you're thinking about like they had that 6-man tag already, so it's pretty much they're gonna like have a feel for each other now since they already have that they have this tag team match on Raw that they had. Then they have the 6-man tag on the Clash of the Castle, so it'll kind of be like they're already like now they're starting to get like a feel for each other, see how their chemistry is together. But I feel like Dakota Kai and Io should win since like they're like red hot right now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think I always like.
I don't think it would make sense to have Asuka and Alexa Bliss win.
Yeah, it's always good when the heels become the champion. Sometimes, in my opinion.
I feel like the end goal for this is like for Bayley and Bianca to eventually have like a 1-on-1 match for the title for the Raw Women's Championship. Like so, like they want to have like all the gold, you know.
Very interesting. Well, that's it for our quick Raw recap. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Carlos, you're going to get some trivia questions. We're going to go over SmackDown, and then we are going to have our first ever draft. I'm excited. Stay tuned. Welcome back. And we're actually going to start out with a new segment for the show that is going to be really cool. Every week, Carlos is going to be giving us his take in Carlos's Cool Corner. So, Carlos, tell us where are the top rumors that are going around the wrestling world this week.
Okay, so like top rumors. Like first one, that's like the hottest one right now, is Brandy Rhodes has apparently been seen training at the Performance Center, and it looks like she might be making a return to the ring, like in WWE. So that's pretty exciting to see. Also, TMZ caught up with Sasha Banks and Naomi. I believe it was like the She-Hulk premiere. Yep. And like they had right away they asked them like, "Are you guys coming back to WWE?" And they like ignored them, but like ignored the guy like in that question. But like when they and then like they just walked off. But like somebody did ask them, like TMZ did caught up to them and asked them the question. They just ignored them. That was I believe on Tuesday that they caught up with them. And then so Johnny Gargano is apparently already in talks with Triple H, and they're just discussing like when exactly they'll come back. When he'll come back, but he's very interested to see like what's going on. He was just like kind of like he didn't like the schedule that they had for him before. Yeah. That's why he didn't resign for the first time. But like he's considering coming back now since Triple H is in charge. And one last thing, Sasha Banks' car was broken into, and I believe it was where was that? Oakland, California. Her car was broken into. It was probably maybe a homeless guy or something, but not sure. But like, yeah.
Damn. So that's a lot. So obviously she's okay now, right?
Yeah, she's fine. But like, apparently, she I guess she was like, I don't know exactly where she was, but like, she wasn't around when it happened. Like, she got to her car and like her whole like backside window was like smashed. Yeah. And it could have been a wrestling fan. It could have been like just a homeless guy trying to like, because I hear that like there's a lot of car break-ins in California. So
California knows how to party. Is that a lot? So Johnny Gargano might be showing up. Sasha Banks and Naomi Stock at the She-Hulk premiere being interviewed by TMZ. Of course, they're not going to say much, keeping it tight-lipped. And then Sasha's car is broken into. Brandy Rhodes training. Damn, a lot with the women this week, Carlos, huh?
Yeah, I know. It's pretty exciting. A lot of changes are happening. And also, one last thing. I'm not sure how true is this, but like I'm hearing that they might use Drew McIntyre's old theme song for Clash of the Castle, Broken Dreams.
Oh, that would be very good. quick thing to note here. It's been published that there are new recruits from the Performance Center. Check that out. Let us know in the comments your thoughts. Carlos and I can talk about that next week, about the people, what are our thoughts on them, and I'll send him that. But thank you, Carlos, for that. Look at that roundup of all those rumors. A lot of stuff happening, man. Thank you for that information. Now I don't have to look up stuff. Now I can just listen to you. All right. Carlos, you are still on the hot spot, though, sir. Today is Paige's birthday. Happy birthday, Paige, former Divas champion and future Hall of Famer, in my opinion. And I think she should come back. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on Paige? I mean, do you know much about her? How confident are you in taking this trivia test today?
So I'm not really the biggest fan of her. She was cool and all, but I wasn't really like the biggest Paige fan. But yeah, no, she was definitely a good wrestler, and it was like kind of tragic that the way that her career ended.
The anti-diva. Well, let's get into it. Happy birthday, Paige, by the way. So here is the first question. Carlos, well, by the time this comes out, her birthday would have been yesterday. So happy belated birthday. Anyways, Carlos, question 1. What year did Paige beat AJ Lee to become the WWE Divas Champion? Was it A, 2013, B, 2015, or C, 2014?
That was C, 2014.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You are correct. Yes, she did beat AJ Lee in 2014, the night after WrestleMania.
Man, 30.
Yes. Next question, number 2. Who did Paige defeat at the first NXT special arrival? Did she beat A, Bayley, B, Emma, or C, Alexa Bliss?
B, Emma.
Emma, is that your final answer?
Yes.
You are correct, my friend.
Yes. Okay. I knew. I had a feeling. Okay.
3 more questions. Okay. Question 3. What team did Paige manage in WWE? Is it A, the Kabuki Warriors, B, the Iconics, or C, Fire and Desire? What team did Paige manage in WWE? The Kabuki Warriors, Fire and Desire, or the Iconics? 10 seconds.
Kabuki Warriors.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
There you go. You are correct.
But I was thinking like there was gonna be an option with like the one with Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. But you didn't say that, so I'm like, all right, it has to be the Kabuki Warriors then.
Well, that is them, Fire and Desire. That was their tag team name. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose were called Fire and Desire.
Well, why weren't so shouldn't it have been like both of them?
Oh, you're talking. Well, see, that's different. That's Absolution. That was
That's why I'm like, why didn't you add that in there? Like,
well, I meant more so like for the women's tag titles. Absolution was like a 3-person team until she got hurt. Okay. I meant more like that. She actually, but so you got it right. Okay. All right. Number 4. How many times has Paige been WWE Divas Champion? Has she been champion for A, 3 times, B, 4 times, or C, 2 times?
Oh, wow. This is a hard one.
How many times has Paige been WWE Divas Champion? 3 times, 4 times, or 2 times?
So she won it at the night after WrestleMania. That was 1. AJ Lee won it back. Then she won it again at SummerSlam 2014. That's 2 times. When was the 3rd time? I'll go with 2 times.
You are correct. Yes, she's only been a 2-time Divas champion. She's only defeated AJ Lee for the title. Correct. Don't doubt yourself, sir. All right, and the last question. You're killing it with Paige. All right, number 5. Who played AJ Lee in Paige's movie Wrestling with My Family?
Oh, that's Zelina Vega.
Well, I'll leave the options. A, Zelina Vega, B, Tessa Blanchard, or C, Brie Bella?
Zelina Vega.
You are correct, dude. 5 for 5. And you said
I didn't even see the movie, but
you said you weren't a big Paige fan, sir. What happened there?
I mean, she debuted around the time that I was watching wrestling, so I mean,
And so he remembers.
yeah, it was red hot.
We are going to take our last, well, I think our last break. Yes, our last break of the show. We're going to come back. We might have another break. We're going to come back. We're going to give our SmackDown quick recap, and then we're going to get into the draft. I'm excited for that. Stay tuned. Welcome back. All right, so we are going to now cover quickly what happened on SmackDown this past Friday. Some of the top moments. One of the top moments for me was seeing Raquel Rodriguez and Aaliyah advance in the first round tournament. They are now going to be taking on either the team of Sonya Deville and Natalya or Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark. I'm excited to see Raquel and Aaliyah as a team. Another cool moment was having Scarlett come out and basically threaten both Drew McIntyre and the Usos with a warning from Karrion Kross. Of course, the Usos were able to take advantage of Drew McIntyre during this, but you are left wondering, who is Kross going after? Is it the Usos, Drew McIntyre, or both? We then see the brutal assault on Kofi Kingston by the Viking Raiders. So brutal that they're going to have a Viking funeral this Friday on SmackDown for him. We saw the return of Hit Row, except Isaiah Swerve Scott or Swerve Strickland is not there. But it's still great to see B-Fab, Ashanti Adonis, and Top Dollar. We then see the great contract signing between Sonya. Shayna Baszler.
And Liv Morgan.
Yeah, but before that,
one thing though, Liv Morgan was actually getting cheered this week, so it might have just been the crowd from freaking where they were at that 1 week. So I mean,
well, just the fact that Liv Morgan was able to come back after Shayna Baszler stomped on her arm and then to deliver that Stratisfaction through a table.
It was a bulldog. It wasn't no Stratisfaction.
It was a Stratisfaction. She used the look at
that was a Liv faction.
But Liv has said herself that she's inspired by Trish. A lot of her stuff.
Past Liv Morgan's that's the Liv fact.
Knows I exist. So, but anyways,
that's a live only once.
Well, anyways, live only once. So she lived only once, putting Shayna through the table, and that might only happen once. Then we saw Ronda Rousey, and she's on a tear. She's getting ready to destroy people. Madcap Moss came to the rescue of Drew McIntyre and teamed up with him to take out the Usos. And then the last thing I want to talk about was the Intercontinental title. We saw Gunther defend against Shinsuke Nakamura, and Gunther got the win after an impressive powerbomb. This match could have main evented an actual show. For next week, we know there's really not much. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot an important point here, Carlos. During the Drew McIntyre match, after the match, Drew McIntyre was about to Claymore Jey Uso, but Sami Zayn took the Claymore. He pushed Jey out of the way and got nailed with it by Drew McIntyre. So Sami Zayn is trying to prove to everybody that he is a main event player and that he will represent the bloodline going forward.
But so, it seems like the Usos don't want anything to do with Sami Zayn though.
Yeah, they're kind of over it. Now, for this Friday on SmackDown, I mentioned earlier, we have the Viking funeral between the Viking Raiders are going to give for the New Day. Interested to see what that's all about.
It's supposed to be a face-to-face between Drew and Roman.
The face-to-face, yes, the two of them are going to go.
If Karrion Kross will get involved with that too, it seems like he's been trying to get involved with everything involving the main title past couple weeks. So we'll see.
I'm sure Kross will definitely find a way to get involved in that, or even Scarlett. And then we have the first round tournament. We have Sonya Deville and Natalya taking on the NXT team of Nikita Lyons and Zoe Stark. The winners of that match will go on to take on Aaliyah and Raquel Rodriguez in the semifinals. A lot of action coming to you this Friday. on SmackDown on Fox. All right. This is our last break. I promise. I know I said we weren't. I'm not a liar. This will be our last break. When we come back, we are going to be having our first ever draft. I'm excited. Carlos, you better get ready for these picks because you are going to be blown away by my roster.
Okay, let's go.
All right, guys, stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Before we do our draft, I want to first thank you, Carlos, again for being here. And thank you all for listening. We are the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast, and we are streaming wherever podcasts are available. So if you are listening to us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, give us a 5-star rating, give us a like, and let us know that you're listening. Also, we are available on YouTube. Just search the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. Give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay notified when new content is created. And leave a comment. Let us know your thoughts. All right. Now is the moment that I've been waiting for. I'm sure, Carlos, you're excited for this too. We have our Season 1 2022 official draft. And here's how this is going to work. For the months of August 2022 until March 2023, Carlos and I have our roster that we are going to create. Anytime a member of our roster wins a match, that person will get a point. So let's say Carlos picks Lita and I pick Trish, right? Trish wins a match, I get an extra point. Trish doesn't win a match, I don't get any points. So it's just basically just the fun little competition we have. And at the end, maybe we'll find some sort of prize to give out. But the way this is going to work is we're going to pick heads or tails, and I'll let Carlos do his pick first. And then we'll roll the dice. I'll say, Sari, flip a coin, and we'll do it once. And whoever wins gets the first pick. And it's going to go back and forth until we each have 15 members of the roster. All right, Carlos, let me check Siri, get her ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let me see if Siri's ready. Siri. Oh, wait, before. Carlos, what do you call heads or tails?
Go tails.
Tails, okay. Ready? Let's see what Siri has to say. Siri, flip a coin. Oh, wait. Siri, flip a coin.
Tails.
All right, Carlos, you actually get the win there with tails. All right, so it's going to go, Carlos is going to go first, and then I go and back and forth. So, Carlos, who is your first round draft pick?
Okay, I have a question though. Can I say my commentators, but they won't count, or?
You can say your commentators. Yeah, they don't count, but you can say them. Go ahead.
Okay, my commentators for the show, I have Vic Joseph from NXT and Corey Graves.
Okay, all right.
And then my first pick, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, Roman Reigns.
All right. Well, okay. That's a good pick. I don't think I have Roman Reigns on my list, so good pick. My draft pick is a surprise. It is the architect, the visionary, Seth.
Oh, no. Come on.
I have to go with Seth, man. It's my nephew's favorite. He's one of my favorites. That's my first pick. So, Carlos, your first pick is Roman Reigns, and my first pick.
What do I have to do now? Take Seth off my list and choose somebody else?
Yeah. So you'll replace whatever number Seth was on your roster. You'll replace with somebody else.
Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. So I have Seth Rollins as my first round pick. Carlos has Roman Reigns. All right, Carlos, who is your number 2 pick for your roster?
So my number 2 pick was Seth, but now I'm gonna have to choose somebody else. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna go with Bobby Lashley.
The Almighty, the United States champion. All right, he's a wonderful person to have on your roster. I didn't have Bobby Lashley on my list either, so that's good. All right, my number 2 pick
I'm
is.
still kind of tight about Seth freaking Rollins. But
Hey, I'm sorry, my friend. My number 2 pick is the rated R superstar Edge. Of course, I can't let Edge go. He's my favorite wrestler, and yeah, I have to go with Edge. So your number 2 so far, your roster is Roman Reigns, Bobby Lashley. That's your number 2 pick. My number 2 pick is Edge. Carlos, who's your number 3 pick?
The SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan.
Ooh, okay, I gotta change her. She's on my list. Okay, that's a good pick. Well, my number 3 pick is the man, Becky Lynch. Of course, I can't have Becky Lynch go. These are my people, man. I can't let them go to you. I am sad that Liv Morgan is gone because she was on my list, but I think my list so far is pretty good. So you can have Liv. All right. How about number 4, Carlos? Who's your number 4 pick?
The phenomenal AJ Styles.
All right, you took AJ from me. All right, that's okay. You can have him. You can have him because I have the hand-picked future of the WWE Theory as my number 4 pick.
Oh, that's down. Oh, down.
Down. So there.
He was actually my last pick on the list.
All right. Okay. Yeah. AJ Styles was my number. He was one of my picks. He was my number 13. So kind of towards the end. All right. Okay. Good. All right. We might have another rematch: AJ versus Lashley or Lashley versus Reigns. All right. Okay. So how about your number 5 pick?
So it's gonna be what do you call that? The surprise pick in here. So from NXT, Carmelo Hayes.
Ooh, that's a good dude. I completely forgot about Carmelo Hayes. He's the bomb.
What? Oh man, that's disrespectful right there.
He don't miss.
He don't. He's an A champion.
All right. Well, your number 5 is an A champion. My number 5 is an A champion, and he actually competed for a company that begins with the letter A. My pick is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
No! What the? Oh my god. You just fucking pissed me off.
I'm sorry, my friend.
So that's a huge blow. That's a blow. That's a blow right there.
I'm sorry, my friend. Carmelo Hayes is a good pick. He's the future of WWE. What are you talking about?
No, but he was Cody though. Really?
Yep. All right.
He said, "Yep."
Who's your number 6 pick?
Okay. Let's see here. Number 6. Let's see. I'm taking Butch, but I'm bringing him back as Pete Dunne.
So Pete Dunne. That's a good person. I didn't think of him.
Not Butch. Pete Dunne. Yeah, that's. Mm-hmm.
Okay. But what if he's still Butch?
Okay. No.
You could keep him. No, but I'm saying, like, do you want to refer to him?
I'm bringing him as Pete Dunne. I'm bringing him as Pete Dunne. Yeah.
Okay. Well, my number 6 pick is definitely an attraction, but a toxic attraction. The NXT Women's Champion, Mandy Rose, is staying with me.
I saw that coming.
Yeah, I can't let her go, man. So you have Pete Dunne, and I got Mandy Rose. Can't let her go. All right, number 7, Carlos. Who's your number 7 pick?
Another pick from NXT, Cora Jade.
Ooh, the generation of Jade.
I love Cora Jade. She's great.
All right. Well,
she's only 20. She's only 21 too.
She's young. She's got a lot of stuff happening for her. Hey, she did turn down Roxanne Perez, former NXT Women's Tag Champion. Okay. Well, you're going to be blown away by this pick. This dude is a former WWE Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, former. I don't know. That's it, I think. He is the chosen one. The man, the myth, Drew McIntyre is staying with me. on my list here. He's going to beat Roman. Well, he might beat Roman at Clash at the Castle, and he's going to stay with me. So Drew McIntyre is my number 7 pick. And Carlos is gone.
I'm here. What do you want me to say? I don't know. I didn't.
All right. Who's your number 8 pick, Carlos?
Number 8 pick, Dakota Kai.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Dakota, I love Dakota Kai.
I always thought of her like a female version of Daniel Bryan, just because like the way that she has like the moves like with the legs and stuff, like the knees and everything that she does.
I really like Dakota Kai. She's the fucking bomb.com. All right. Well, my number 8 pick is the current Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. He is the bomb.
Oh.
You can't have Gunther not on a roster right now. He is the bomb. So Gunther, you might see him take on guys like Theory, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Edge, Drew McIntyre. I mean, a lot of competition here for him. But hey, Dakota Kai. Why not? Dakota Kai is the bomb. All right, number 9. Who is your number 9 pick, Carlos?
Number 9 pick. Going with the boss, Sasha Banks.
Ooh, I know. I was wondering when she was coming in here. Okay, the boss. I don't hate. She usually wins. That's okay. Well, you went with the boss. I went with another 4 horsewoman for my pick, and I went with Bayley because you can't have control without her. So we need that in my roster. So Bayley is on my team, and Sasha's on yours. That's okay. I can rock with that. All right. How about your number 10 pick?
Oof. This is a legend in the game. Oh, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Ooh, I didn't even think of RKO. I forgot all about him. He's the bomb. I love my Randy Orton. Okay. Well, this guy's a legend in the making. He is the prize fighter, Kevin Owens. That's my number 10 pick.
I feel like he's already a legend. He's not a legend. I feel I don't know. I don't think legend in the making. I think he's already a legend.
All right. Well, KO is home with me. All right. Okay. Number 11. Who's your number 11 pick?
Karrion Kross with Scarlett.
Ooh, all right. I like that. That's a good bundle. I didn't even think of him. That's stupid of me. I should have thought of Karrion Kross. He's the bomb.com. I forgot all about him. All right. My number 11 pick is Riddle. So
come on.
RK Bro is going to be gone. But yeah, Riddle is my pick. For sure. Okay. All right. How about your number 12 pick?
Okay. I'm gonna go Ricochet.
Ricochet. That's a good person to go with.
Yeah, always a good one.
One and only. Well, you have the one and only. I have the one and only Mr. Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, when he does come back. I have a feeling he will come back. And he's going to come home with me. I'm going to keep my NXT guys here and keep him ready. So my number 12 pick is a surprise, Johnny Gargano. All right. How about you, sir? Who is your number 13 pick?
I'm going the same route as you, but a little different. When he does come back, former WWE champion Big E.
Ooh, Big E. He is the bomb.com. That's a good pick to have. My number 13 pick is someone who is Big E. She's a former SmackDown Women's Champion, a Raw Women's Champion, NXT Women's Champion, Women's Tag Team Champion. She is the one, the only, the Queen, Charlotte Flair. She's coming home to defend her crown against Becky, Mandy, Bayley. Maybe some more people. All right. 2 more picks, your last 2 picks, Carlos. Who is your number 14 person? Oh wait,
so since these 2 are like so relatable, can I just say them both same time? My last 2 picks.
Who was number 13 for you?
What do you mean?
Who was a Big E? You said, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can only pick one at a time, Carlos. That's not how it goes, sir.
Oh, like it go. Oh my God!
It can only be one at a time.
All right, fine. I see why. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, now you're in.
Who's your number 14 pick?
The EST Bianca Belair.
Oh, okay. All right, I can hate. Well, that's funny because my number 14 pick is former NXT Women's Champion, former NXT Women's Tag Champion, the genius of the Sky, Io Sky, is going to come home with me. You can take Bianca. That's cool.
No, but you're going to understand now.
All right.
My last pick, Montez Ford.
Oh.
That's why I wanted to say them both at the same time.
All right. That's a good pick. Number 15 is a future person in the world. Well, my number 15 pick is the leader. Well, you know what? I'm going to do things differently. My number 15 pick is someone that we've been seeing a lot of lately. And my number 15 pick. Oh, God, this is going to be hard. My number 15 pick is.
Put it out.
I'm going to go with Ciampa.
Okay.
It was either between him or Dexter Lumis, but
maybe a little DIY reunion soon.
Maybe. So let's go over our rosters really quick before, and we'll post this in our the bio description in our information. So my number 1 pick is Seth frickin' Rollins, whereas Carlos has Roman Reigns. My number 2 pick is Edge, and Carlos has the almighty Bobby Lashley. My number 3 pick is the man Becky Lynch, whereas Carlos has the SmackDown Women's Champion Liv Morgan. My number 4 pick is Theory, and AJ has a phenomenal one, AJ Styles. Did I say that? Did I say your name right, Carl?
You just call me AJ. I'm not AJ. I know AJ Styles as a son, but I'm not his son.
Sorry, Carlos. No, Carlos picked AJ Styles. My number 5 pick is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And Carlos's number 5 pick is the man that doesn't miss, the NXT North American Champion, Carmelo Hayes. My number 6 pick is the NXT Women's Champion, Mandy Rose. And Carlos has Pete Dunne. Number 7, I have Drew McIntyre. And Carlos has his number 7 pick is the generation of her, Cora Jade. My number 8 pick is the Intercontinental Champion, Gunther. And Carlos has Dakota Kai. Excited to see her. My number 9 pick is the one who's always in control, Bayley. Carlos went with the boss, Sasha Banks, for his number 9 pick. My number 10 is Kevin Owens. Carlos went with Randy Orton. Excited about those two guys. My number 11 pick is Riddle. And Carlos went with Karrion Kross with Scarlett because she is his manager. My number 12 pick is Johnny Gargano. Carlos went with Ricochet. My number 13 pick is the Queen, Charlotte Flair. Carlos's pick is Big E. My number 14 pick is Io Sky. Carlos's number 14 pick is the Raw Women's Champion, the EST, Bianca Belair. And last but not least, our last picks. My number 15 is Ciampa, and Carlos went with Montez Ford. Wow, we have a good roster here, my friend. I think that we left a
lot of guys out.
I know we did, but it's okay because I'm sure that the people we have are going to be dominating the scene from now until March. So we will keep giving you score updates as we go. This will be set in stone. I will have everything set up for it. But yeah, Carlos, are you ready to lose this? Because I'm pretty sure my roster is going to kick your roster's ass by the end of everything.
You have a pretty strong roster, but I have confidence in mine.
Yeah, well, we will see. So that is it, my friends. This is our first episode of No Holds Barred. We're going to have a lot of different segments as we go. But yeah, I'm excited. We killed it. We're recording a lot today. A lot is happening. We got Clash at the Castle coming up in a couple of weeks. Raw is this Monday. This Friday, SmackDown. Heat Wave was an amazing show. That's coming out soon. A recap of that. Carlos, thank you for joining me again. Your roster is great. My roster is great too. And yeah, that's it for episode 1 of No Holds Barred. Stay safe, and we will talk to y'all soon. Bye.